There we go. Let me slide that under your nostrils. Now to me and you, it's known as a fiver, or £5, or a £5 banknote. And if you're from the East End of London, it's known as a Lady Godiva in Cockney rhyming slang. But it's not one of these relatively new modern polymer £5 banknotes. Oh no, this one is one of those lovely earlier paper versions, when money was real and not some sort of plastic hybrid. Nowadays, the £5 note is the smallest denomination of banknote issued by the Bank of England. But when I was a lad, this was the smallest denomination banknote, the £1. But even this has now become extinct. But let's get back to the fiver and have a reminisce. These particular blue paper examples were first issued on the 11th of November 1971 when Edward Heath was Prime Minister of the UK. They were last issued in 1990 and then ceased to be legal tender on the 29th of November 1991, having been in people's pockets for a full 20 years. This particular note is from the 1973 to 1980 series, and I'll tell you why I know that once we've taken a closer look at both sides of this. So this is the front side. The side with Queen Elizabeth II. I'm not going to go through all the text like I usually do. I'm just going to create a moment of uncomfortable silence whilst you have a look at everything that's on here. I will, however, before I do that, quickly say that the guy who engraved this was Harry Eccleston, and there's absolutely no reason why you should know that. Alright, let me give you 10 seconds to get acquainted with this banknote. Right, that's enough. Do you see this little squiggle here? Well, that's the Chief Cashier's signature, J.B. Page. And he, my friends, was responsible for making sure that the banknotes had the latest anti-counterfeiting technology. And he also had to ensure that there were enough notes in public circulation. Originally, the Chief Cashiers, and I'm talking about the really early ones, from the 17th and 18th centuries, well, they had to individually sign each banknote one by one. Could you imagine doing that today? Right, let's flip this over and take a look at the reverse side, which is always more interesting as far as I'm concerned. Here we go. Look at this fella here. That is the Duke of Wellington. And this going on in the background is a little vignette of the Peninsular War, a campaign that he became famous for. Well, that and defeating Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. Now, remember earlier when I said I was confident that this particular banknote could be dated to the 1973 to 1980 D series of banknotes? Well, that's because of this little L just here. You see, that stands for lithograph, and every note printed from 1973 to 1980 has that little L in the corner. Also, J.B. Page was the chief cashier from 1970 to 1980. So two pretty big clues there. Well, it's fair to say that I am a fan of these old paper banknotes. The new polymer ones really don't do it for me. But you know, progress and all that. Okay, I think that's it for this particular banknote. I love it. Do you love it? Let me know down below. Also, subscribe to the channel if you fancy it. That would really help me. Anyway, thanks for watching if you have. And until the next one, bye for now.